approaches.
I'd suck it for level 1 to chapter 2, which I have never done yet, so we'll see what goes on and how it goes. A world terrorized by slavering shadows and tentacled nightmares, something as innocuous as an additional star in the night sky may be the most prophetic premonition of doom. For wherever the lurid golden light of the planet Carcosa shines, the long, wicked shadow of the King in Yellow is cast. Behind that mask lie echoes of decadence and disorder, masquerades of limitless cruelty and hideous laughter in equal part. And of all the poor devils seduced by the lavish promises of the God King's court, the favored victims of the King's sadistic amusement are followers belonging to other deities. Oh, well, we're, huh? We were summoned to Cthulhu and then let it go, I guess. What I'm supposed to be doing, everything feels so hazy. Was I going to work? Am I standing outside after? Yeah, it's gotta be. The sun is setting, so it's probably around 7 p.m., which means I'm gonna be crazy late. Fantastic. That's the beauty of working nights. I can't use the excuse that I overslept. Yeah, boss, I slept all day, so up the sun down. That's fine. 6 hours early for my shift. It's the church's noontime bells, because that's a thing, I guess. It's high noon. That talks money. It's the golden hour, right before sunset. Just to ask someone for the time on the way to work. If it's not too late and I really hoof it, I should just get chewed out instead of fired. I'll still have to deal with being sweaty, but I'll figure that out when I get there. Oh, someone's coming home. Perfect. Fingers crossed that I'm not absolutely screwed. Hey man, sorry to bother you. You wouldn't happen to have the time on you, would you? No, he's not ignoring you. He's sitting there at the end of the way, creepily staring at you. The longer I look at him, the guy seems more and more suspicious. The odd posture, he's slowly swaying in an uncanny, disturbing way. The collar of his shirt looks filthy, stained with splotched of deep browns and reds. Is he bleeding? Does he even live here? This is the top floor, and I thought I'd met all of my neighbors. There are only 4 apartments up here. My only choice is to go inside and call the police or to walk past this freaky guy. I don't have the time to wait around for when the cops show up, so But just as I take a step, I kick something weighty with my shoe. It's bright pink with gold accents. It's the not Necronomicon, the Lynetta book. Lynetta, but I died, the world ended. Okay, so this is a carry. Continue on after my canon ending. Okay. The shock freezes me in place, and because I was so distracted, I didn't even notice the duck inside my room, slamming the door in the suspicious men's face. Fumbling with the locks in a panic, I managed to turn the deadbolt. I take a few steps back into the room, clutching the book to my beating chest. I died. I definitely died when I performed the final ritual, so why am I still here? Where is here? Locked in my room, I have nowhere to run. Lynetta. If she were here, she could explain this. Maybe there's something in the book that can save me. I need to hurry. Where is Lynetta? That is an excellent question.
Who is this Lynetta you're trying to call?
And Missy's here now.
I just so happened to overhear you saying, Lynetta, where are you? You sounded like you were in trouble, so
Because you're the Yellow King, or what the hell ever, obviously.
Your window is open.
My window shouldn't be open because when I open the window, I go crazy.
Lynetta sounds like a girl's name, right? This Lynetta is obviously the girl you stood me up for, isn't she?
So we have all kind of eldritch beings fighting over me, I guess. And then she climbed through my window, and do you think she doesn't notice everything? She notices everything. These freaky things stalking me outside, or that my room is full of evil idols and ritualistic tokens. I can explain all this stuff.
Accursed devices used to channel eldritch magics and do the bidding of outer gods.
Yeah.
No, I've just been playing coy. I know exactly what you've been doing. You know what this is, don't you?
I'm sure it's the book for dating you. Yeah, what a shock. I ended reality with mine. I can't imagine how dangerous hers must be. This guy, the suspicious man outside, they all match Missy's book. They're all gold. What a shock. Is she making all this happen? Oh god, when I expected her to do something crazy, I thought she was just going to show up with a hatchet or something. Missy, look, I'm sorry. I just got wrapped up in something. Please don't.
Sorry? You're sorry? Why are you acting so afraid of me?
Because I ended the world and you're still here, as am I.
Could it be that you know what this book is capable of?
I know all too well, but now that I know these incantations take at least 5 seconds to pronounce, and that if she gets it right on the first try. So worst case, I have 5 seconds to stop her. If I dash from my ritual knife behind her, I might be able to kill her before she does something terrible to me. If I can distract her, I may be able to buy myself more time. I'll do whatever you want.
I can be rather demanding.
I got a fair deal.
So bold. In that case, I have 3 commands. Number 1, you'll address me as Your Highness from now on. So when I come home, it's welcome home, Your Highness.
When she comes home, she wants to move in, but that means it's not like I'm going to have actually follow through on these. At least one of us is about to die. As you wish, Your Highness. What else?
Number 2, you'll quit your job so you can spend every waking moment catering to me, your one and only.
I'll take a sugar mama, that's fine.
And number 3, you'll obey every order and whim I have, absolutely, without question. Do you agree to my terms?
Absolutely.
What?
Your Highness, thank you. Get it right.
I suppose if you will do whatever I ask, then there's no need to use any of these dreadful spells on you. As a matter of fact, I believe you can help me with them. Here.
She's handed over her book without a second thought. Yellow energy pulses and crackles from my fingertips. She not here to hurt me? Obviously not.
Confused. I've liked you for a long time, and you're a capable bookkeeper. Handsome to boot. There's no reason we can't simply work together.
Still not a fan of your voice.
A relationship based on threats of violence and fear is no good, right?
Right. We narrowly escaped with our lives just now, but something is bothering me. How does she remember that I stood her up in the reality that ended under Lunetta's awakening? How did she get in through my window? I doubt she was able to climb several stories dressed like that, and then pass through my locked window without breaking it. It's only one possible answer. Alright, Your Highness, I'm ready to enter my lifetime of servitude to you. I just have one small request first.
Being?
Just tell me what this is.
Your Worcestershire sauce? What about it?
So this is okay, this is the running theme how we test for Elder Gods. I think I pronounced Worcestershire correctly.
What? How did you figure that out so suddenly?
And then your eye patch switches eyes. The human brain can pronounce Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Of course not. It's an Eldritch loanword. Why else would it be spelled like that? I was careless. After all this time I wasted trying to seduce you in this slovenly form.
Yeah, you should have tried using your Eldritch form instead. I would have fallen in love immediately.
What?
Because my boy's crazy. But
You think cosmic entities are attractive? As a human?
3D women are fine, but fourth dimensional girls with non-Euclidean geometry are smoking. They've got curves I can literally lust in.
If I had known that you're attracted to my cosmic godhood, I would have just led with that. Allow me to properly introduce myself. I am Esther, King in Yellow, heiress to Carcosa. Charmed, I'm sure.
A bona fide Eldritch King in my room. Oh man, all my fantasies of smooching Eldritch horror are coming true. And Eldritch royalty to boot. The King in Yellow sounds familiar. I can't remember why. My memory of the other existence is kind of fuzzy. What I do remember is that her followers tend to be incredibly violent towards cultists loyal to other gods. Like Lunetta. Shit. I kinda got swept up in the moment and almost forgot I already pledged fealty to a different god. This reality or not. Now, you're probably dead as far as Lunetta is concerned. You're already involved with another god. I'm following Lunetta.
So loyal, so faithful and devoted. That's why I want you to be my follower instead. In exchange for serving me, I shall grant you anything you desire. Wealth, power, whatever that rotten witch Lunetta offered you, I can double it. Then I shall... What? You handed over your reality to
Patch
her
changed sides again.
for a singular smooch? Are you mad?
I mean, yes, my guy's clearly very mad.
Suppose. If that's all you're selling the world for, then a smooch can be arranged.
No way, you promised to double it. That's too sweet,
No,
really.
hold on a minute!
Two of
Alright,
them on the
very well. Two
lips.
smooches lip to lip. Satisfied? Usually my followers ask for inordinate wealth, unquestionable fame, and influence, or some lavish indulgence. Nobody's ever dared to ask to kiss me before, so...
Just blushing
You
for real.
really
You're
want to
kidding me.
smooch me? Well, your terms are amenable. Suffice it to say, I'll expect you to perform your scenes flawlessly in exchange.
Scenes.
The prompt book I gave you contains the script for The King in Yellow.
I mean, the spellbook that I was so afraid of, because you're a coward. It's a play. Where are all the power
Rituals.
invoking rituals?
Is this some sort of peasant joke that I'm too rich to understand? No, we aren't barbaric swamp folk casting hocus pocus in a cave. We have a little class. To invoke my power, my play must be performed perfectly.
Throwing shades to the Cthulhu people. If I don't get them right the first time, what happens if I botch my lines or if I set a scene
Your
wrong?
performance will receive a scathing review in the Carcosan Times publication, and you'll also be killed.
Okay. Giving those smooches no matter
Break
what,
a
for
leg,
sure.
dearest.
Because you're a lunatic, my friend. Setting exterior view of city. Greeting stranger, fortune fellow. 'Tis a party for which I bellow. I invite the king in yellow, so come all ye in Yatil. Wear thine masks upon you to masquerade until he may come to lost Yatil. Hope for us there may be still.
Shadows lengthen, dim streets darken. To the curfew thou must hearken. Why so loudly dost thou bark in the dim city of Yatil?
That was great, Yatil.
Only much attention, quite unwholesome, you'll instill from the souls of poor Yatil. Why attract so much ill will?
That is just what I must seek, see, hidden somewhere amongst thee meekly. 'Tis one invitee I seek, he shall all my mistakes undo. 'Tis the king in yellow whose great wealth I shall accrue. When his shadow passes through, wealth will come to I and you.
Lo, your plans shall surely languish, and this whole town will know anguish, for the king is whom they say, which shall this city indeed smite. If he comes, Yatil and you and I will know his might, all be lost within a night. What reward is worth that price?
Wearing this expensive clothing, pardon from my family's loathing, lasting till I'm decomposing all my friends whom strife I've caused. Yes, preparing for this night, their forgiveness is the cause. They shall all be proud because I had brought the king to us.
Bravo!
10 out of 10 this chapter.
Splendid.
Why, thank you, that was actually pretty fun. I haven't gotten to flex my acting chops since high school.
You're no stranger to the stage, I can tell.
Yeah, I was a theater kid. My school did
A
Macbeth.
virtuoso of the bard, are we? If you've performed Shakespeare, then you must be an actor of sufficient ability to survive my play. Tell me, what role were you? The leading man, I presume.
I'm sure you were Tree. Yep, Tree number 4.
I wasn't aware that was a role. You weren't even the leading tree?
Don't worry, I was actually Macbeth.
I thought you said you were a tree.
Acting.
Oh, you are good.
Hey, what's happening
Don't
to you?
fret,
Why are you
dearest.
flashing?
Something is simply passing between my planet's light and your bedroom. A cloud, perhaps. You know
Is
the
that how it works?
proverb, wherever the golden light of Carcosa shines, the shadow of the unspeakable one is cast? It's a literal rule. I can only be wherever the light of my planet star Carcosa shines. In other words, I can't reach you at night when you're not standing in natural light, or if anything obstructs your view of Carcosa.
That's why Missy had a weird daytime curfew. She literally vanished when the sun sets. What a Cinderella-like curse. That explains how she got in my room. My window may have been locked, but the curtains were open, allowing the light in. So she can't get into my room if I close my curtains.
I was quite enjoying my time with you. I wanted to stay a little longer. Alas, parting is such sweet sorrow. It may be some time until your sky clears. Until then, I bid you adieu.
Looks like I have one hell of a choice to make. Lynetta hasn't been summoned yet, and Esther is stuck outside for the moment, so I have a moment to collect my thoughts. Between Lynetta and Esther, who do I want to smooch? Or maybe more accurately, who am I more afraid of? Do I stay with Lynetta or do I follow Esther this time around? She is offering twice as many smooches after all. I need to make my choice. If I want to stay with Lynetta, then I should focus on casting spells from her book. If I want to smooch Esther, then I should open my window again, let the clouds clear, and use Esther's book. If I try going for both while walking down the middle of the road is bound to get me run over. As long as they aren't both in the room at the same time, I should be safe, right? Yes, what are you going to do? Either way, I need to talk to Lynetta. She might be an avatar of World and Calamity, but she might be able to help me get my head straight. Speaking of my head, why does my forehead feel kind of sticky? Because she kissed you on the forehead. We were there. We saw it. Well, she left something on my forehead. Let's look at it. Yep. And we washed our hands, and our hands are all bloody. Okay. Are you gonna get a voice this time?
Darling, it's you!
It's nice to see her despite everything I've been through so far. I'm sure she may have ended the reality I was from, but she never lied or deceived me in any way. She told me up front what would happen, and I did it willingly. Yes. That said, I'm really glad you're here, but can you tell me what happened to me to that world we dated in?
That reality fell to me. Nothing there exists anymore. Like a dream that ends.
Just as I thought, only. Why am I still here? Why did I survive? The rest of that reality didn't.
Darling, don't make me say it. It's embarrassing. You're still here because I'm still dreaming about you. Everything in existence is being dreamed about by at least one Eldritch God. So as long as you're on my mind, you'll exist somewhere.
Sweet and terrifying cosplay, and also bad. What would happen if every god stopped dreaming at the same time? What if you all woke up at
Everything,
once?
including all of the gods, would cease to be.
And that can just happen at any time.
Don't worry. There's about 50 of us total, so the chances of all of us being awake at the same time are low.
It's only like 50 of you in all.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a big family, huh?
So I can make Esther dream about me, or just keep her.
Esther. Darling, I thought I told you not to mention other women while we're together. Especially not my sister.
Oh, and Esther's your sister. That's even worse. It's even worse.
Ugh, I can't stand that prissy little boyfriend stealing.
And that's why she wants me there, because of your boyfriend.
Absolutely not. We've been fighting over planets and followers for eons. It wouldn't be a stretch to call us nemesis.
Nemesis. Thanksgiving dinner was so awkward, haha. Good thing I washed my face. Playboy instincts jumping out here. If Lynetta saw that lipstick smear on my forehead, I'd be in hot water right about now. Well, I still am in hot water now, actually. I've gotten involved with her sister. A messy affair is bad enough, though, with a family member. I'm toast if she finds out. Esther. Looks like the clouds haven't cleared yet. I won't be able to see her right now if I wanted to. For now, I should work through Lynetta's spells again. Eldritch Hand saved my ass last time. I better cast that one in case I'm unable to talk again. Listen to myself, what the hell is wrong? Guess what the hell is wrong with you, bruh?
Darling, what's this I found under your bed?
My Eldritch Encyclopedia. I haven't translated it yet, but its diagrams are useful.
You studied it extensively then.
I sense I've made some sort of mistake.
Darling, this is a dirty magazine. Big
Anatomical
Slippery
Guidebook.
Shoggoth Girlfriends Volume 3? I bet you can learn a lot of anatomy from this. Perv.
I said I haven't translated it yet. How was I supposed to
This
know?
girl on the front isn't wearing anything. She's topless.
This girl just looks like an amorphous mass of tentacles
Is
to me.
this what you wish I looked like?
I really truly don't. Trust me. Look, Lena, you're smoking hot. I could never have eyes for anyone else when I'm with you. You're my dream
Oh.
girl.
Sheesh. You're going to make me blush.
I seriously didn't know it was a dirty bag,
It's okay.
honest.
I forgive you. Not a chance.
Can I keep my dirty bags? No, fuck you. Let's fuck up our hand again. Welcome back.
Ah, it's such a nice day outside. It's a little dry for my liking, but we could totally have a date. Why don't you open your window? Let a little light in here?
Oh no.
But what? What is it?
Sure you want to do
What do you
that?
mean?
I mean, don't you want to shower first before you go out, like last time?
Huh? Why would you suggest that?
Because you're a
Oh
moron.
no. Don't tell me. Do I still smell like the ocean? Heavens below. I'm so sorry, darling. I'll be right back. No peeking bye. I love you.
Esther would have came and you would have been in the corner. But the clouds have cleared, Lynette's out of the room. If I want to date Esther, it's go time. Otherwise, if I want to stay with Lynette, I need to make absolutely sure that window never opens ever. It's time to choose. From this point on, my actions will have consequences. I do like going mad. Scary mask, elegant robes, ritual knife. Alright. Looks like everything's in place. Feel gussied up. Even for me, this outfit's pretty loud. But even so, the beauty of this whole ensemble is out of this world. If Lynette is showering here, I better meet with Esther in the other room. All I have to do is stand where the planet's light can reach me, and I already know what you're going to say, Your Highness. Yellow is more your color than mine, but I still look pretty good, right?
You clean up well. I'm impressed. You'd be presentable before my royal court in that. Quite the opposite, dearest. Your face is molding to fit the mask.
Now the mask's got to our face, it will come off, so we're not in trouble at all, though, yet.
I may have failed to mention that we reenact the play with deadly accuracy. From this point on in the play, your character never removes his mask. So neither shall you. This surely shouldn't be a problem for someone who is planning to be my eternal servant. Correct?
Can't even blink anymore. My eyelids are stretched to the indifferent middle of the eye
The
holes.
mask and your face have become one. Your every pore is now gilt in gold.
Do I have to wear that? You're not going to work anymore. We're probably seeing family. Strange people outside, they all had masks stuck to them too. Are they past followers who became Esther's servants? Is that going to be my fate? Yes, probably. Probably, friend. Interior well lit. So, on. Window's already open, that's where she is. Okay. You just talk to her? Hey, Esther. And I exploded.
Do that!
But all I did was say
Speak
hello.
my name, dearest. There's a reason I am she who is not to be named. A mortal saying
Voldemort.
Esther summons me to them.
I can't say your name when I'm Your Highness. She already went over
Many
this.
options. You may call me your majesty, your grace, my king. You could even call me your royal highness if you're feeling particularly subservient.
Esther.
Stop that!
To be fair, that's what I would do. Welcome, company much cherished. My loneliness thus perish. To this evening we shall share which would be wasted by myself. No attendants have arrived tonight, alas, besides thyself. But I'll be beside myself when the king reveals himself. Self rhymes with self rhymes with
Lay
self.
thine hands upon my bodice, for before you stands a goddess. Know this guest of goldenrod is merely the first of the night. Let us drink to your great wealth and family and life, lasting till your afterlife. All be yours once he arrives.
Yes, until my schemes may flourish, we shall haunt my empty fortress. Let us dance a whirling dervish while we feed our appetites. By the morrow we shall know if the king came tonight. Midnight marks the final chime. Until that comes, there is still time.
Be thee graciously obeisant, demonstrate a courtly patience. He declines no invitation he receives upon his court. All who live in doomed Yatil will know without report. The king arrived by your escort, a prophecy of grim import.
Bravo.
An immaculate performance, dearest. Bravissimo. There's only one more scene to reenact, and then this world will be mine.
Yusuf Hanoi. This play isn't a tragedy,
No,
right?
it's not. The ending is actually quite hilarious.
That's actually a huge relief. What
Your
happens?
character is slain, and all of his wishes come true in an unexpected way. In his ambitions of greed, influence, and fame, he dies penniless, alone, and infamous.
My character dies, I'm going to die. I thought you said it was a comedy.
Comedy is merely tragedy from far enough away, dearest.
Is she implying that she thinks my death would be funny? I get that she's an outer god, so human morals don't really apply to her, but that's gotta be cruel even for her. No way I can go through with that, sorry. I don't want to die
I
again.
anticipated that you might get cold feet after learning of your character's However, my wrath is terror far beyond a touch of stage fright. So, for your sake, dearest, do the fucking scene.
Love the little censorship beep. I think we're just gonna do all hers real quick. I think that's it. And we'll go replay and do the other side of things after a bit. Fresh fruit? There must be a magical component involved here because I see no less than 3 of my favorite dishes. Esther is strutting towards my bed. Strutting towards my
Surely
bed,
you
excuse me.
don't intend to merely watch me eat, dearest.
I didn't think she was going to let me have any. Don't mind if I do.
That's not what I meant. Instead of watching me eat this feast, you'll feed it to me.
What was that? It sounded like groans of murderous anger from outside the door. Was that from the masked stalkers outside? Yes. If they've all got masks on their faces, they must be Esther's followers, or even ex-partners. Then their groans were of jealousy. Makes sense they've been locked outside all this time. I bet they'd kill for the chance to spend any time with Esther.
Just a moment, dearest. What is the thread count of your silken sheets? At least 1,000, I presume.
Silk, my blankets are cotton.
Perhaps I'll just stand while you feed me instead.
So picky. If she's that uppity, maybe I'll start with grapes. Something that'll feed her princess complex.
Ah. Delightful.
I'm glad. I think I could have one of these.
Dream on. My lips have already touched it. If you want an indirect kiss, you'll have to be more clever than that.
Yes, you want anything my lips have touched
Of
either?
course not.
Would you like me to feed you a bite
Oh,
of the cream
heavens
puff?
below, yes. I am pleased by this new attitude of yours, dearest.
Casually take a bite out of the cream puff.
What do you think you're doing?
Delicious. It's so good, I've never had anything like
Let me
it.
try.
I enjoy the pettiness. I would do that.
I don't want it after all.
If you don't want it, then I guess I can have some more, right?
Hey, hold on.
Nothing tastes better than food with a twist of Eldritch magics. It's a shame you don't want any of it. It's gonna be watch me eat your favorite dessert or suffer an indirect kiss.
Give me the cream puff. I order you to hand over the cream puff.
Very well, my king. Now for the other half of the cream puff to your hands, but instead. I forgot I was hand feeding her. Her lips are insanely soft against my fingers.
It really is delightful.
She's damn cute when she drops her sadistic front. I'd do more, but I feel those husks staring jealous daggers into my back. They'll tear my head off if I let this go on. Shouldn't we save this for the play? It'll hurt the performance if we eat the entire set, won't it?
I suppose. Very well. Let us resume the play.
You must have another playthrough with just Lynette's book, and then we'll have to go back and forth and see what kind of chaos we get into. Interior, no light besides open window. Wearing ribbon mask. Damn the night and morrow scornful, wicked morning unremorseful. Why tonight must I be mournful, for ambitious unfulfilled? After all my preparations, all the daylights I have killed, why is it thus lonely still? Oh, why are my wishes unfulfilled?
Why so livid it's your actions that permitted this result truly befitted to a hunger such as thine? Though your greed is grave and tomb and crypt in which you die, it's within your grease you fry. Dearest host, the end is nigh.
Wretched ghost, you've come to mock me, for bemusement thou wast hawking, and so in the town you stalked me to watch my schemes fall apart. Strip thy mask, apologize, then hastily depart. Leave thee just my broken heart, leave naught else in whole or part.
I wear no mask, no witness, for it was thee who hast permit this golden guest to own the dimness of the city of Yatil. Lo, for I'm the king in yellow, whose long shadow's on Yatil, and whose shadow you're in still. Dark as death is now Yatil.
Draw thy blade from mine contusion, my life reaches its conclusion. Cruelty matched by your delusion that you truly are the king. Yes, you would have granted all my wishes, not forsaken me. If indeed you were the king, why would you have murdered me?
But I've granted all your wishes. I'm afraid I disagree. All alone you are with all of your remaining family. And as vision turns to darkness, you have claim to all you see. And you'll wear that mask and robe for the rest of all your life indeed. And the strong will fall to illness, haunt you till with crypt-like stillness, and none left alive to witness my ascension to Yatil. And from the catacombs shall spill the cries of innocence laid still, ye heard from lady and from smithy and from throne to peasant mill. Cries unprecedented in the history of Yatil. Wails unlike they'll ever be again in dark Yatil. That your invitations quill brought the king to Black Yatil.
I enjoy this path.
Oh, thank you. You're all too kind. Listen to that applause, dearest. The euphoria of a flawless recitation.
Innumerable voices make up the cacophony of cheering outside my door. Fanatical revelry, screams of terror, and sadistic amusement all amidst thunderous applause. The king has come.
Smiles, dearest, smiles. Aren't you proud of yourself?
Why didn't you use a stage knife? I'm really bleeding out here. Because you're supposed to die. We already discussed this.
To ensure you stay in character, call it method acting, if you will. Oh, with sweet sorrow the curtain falls, and the show begins. The stage is now set for you to inscribe the yellow sign. Do this, and I will bestow upon you the smooch I promised.
Smooch is promised, plural. So give me
Even
two.
now, that's really all you can think about. Your
My God,
world
it's
is
very
about to be
single-track mind.
enslaved by a horror from beyond the stars. You're dying from a step, and you're worried about smooches? You are an interesting human. It is a pity that you'll soon cast away your individuality for me.
Being exposed to the yellow sign after witnessing or performing the play, The King in Yellow, will cause a permanent, irreversible obsession with the king, her court, and Carcosa. The insane obsession persists after death. If you are content to spend your life with the king, dim all lights, leaving your window open, and light black fire candles. This will allow otherworldly images to reveal themselves. Draw the shape below without the X.
Behold, the yellow sign. Become my slave, my eternal captive audience. I am entropy. Disorder. Where things are built tall, I appear to knock them down. Monuments, nations, relationships.
Some of these husks have wedding rings on their fingers.
I steal the hearts and minds of the rich or powerful to break them, and litter my court with them like gold dust.
Why me of all people? I'm broke.
Because I am the breeze of chaos that knocks down any tower that challenges the grandness of my court. Your relationship with my sister was one of those things. Before, I only pursued you because you have a great deal of clout amongst the night-going crowd and shrewd, wealthy types. You would have been an incredibly powerful servant who would have been able to draw in countless wayward souls that meet my standards. At least, until that reality ended and you undid all of my hard work. All of my followers that I had stolen from Lynetta. Gone in an instant. And I had no choice but to abandon that reality. There's nothing left to destroy if nothing exists, you see. But in this reality, I've stolen away her most powerful asset. You. Just as I've stolen every member of my entourage.
The chests onto the elegant robes just like me.
Why?
All of them, why?
Because it's what I do.
I mean, why are they still here? Aren't they kind of third-wheeling our moment here? Kick them out.
Huh? Such a defiant tone. Why aren't you under the effects of the yellow sign?
Because I'm
Were
insane.
you unaffected? Did the spell fail?
I don't feel any different.
You're supposed to be obsessed with me!
I already was since I first saw you. That's why your little spell didn't work.
You can try and resist it all you want, but one way or another, you're my eternal slave from now on.
Are you proposing to me? I
No,
accept.
dearest, I'm not talking about marriage. What I'm talking about is catering to my every whim, anticipating my every desire, and living solely to please me.
Marriage, right? Yeah, okay.
No! I'm talking about a servitude where you do nothing but kiss the ground I walk on and revere me for all of time. A servitude unlike anything on Earth, where you never so much as think of anyone else.
No, we have that on Earth. It's called marriage.
It's different! Is too!
Isn't that? How so?
It means no freedom. Forever. You are only permitted to do as I say. And it means preparing every single one of my meals for me, whenever I so wish. And it means never being allowed to quit your servitude. You'll never be free of me so long as you live.
So death do us part, even. Literally just marriage. Yes. Guess we that I'm in. Let's get married.
You shouldn't. I stole you away. I ruined your relationship with Lynetta.
I preferred you from the beginning. I already broke up with Lynetta in the other reality, actually.
Why are you being so persistent? You can't really want to marry me that badly. You're just trying to act all smooth, so I give you your second smooch.
Save it for our wedding day, of course.
You can't be serious, right?
You was serious. Okay. King and white. Silly. We'll take that ending and then I'll switch back and do all of Lynetta's path and then I'll do all of mix the two up and see what happens. So GG's for now.